G'day ladies and gents, how you going, what are you doing? Thought I'd try my hand at a little bit of War Thunder voiceover commentary if you will. I'm just climbing up to meet the enemy right now, flying out in one of my favourite planes, the Typhoon Mk1b. Running air targets, they've been treating me pretty good this last patch. So this guy's just gonna hyper aggressively pitch up to counter me, but I've got way too much speed to let him have any of that. Split S real quick and loop onto his 6. And he, for some reason, decides to pitch up. Now these flaps, they're very close to ripping at 400 Ks. Not much he can do stalling out in front of me, so a quick tap of the guns and he's out of the match. But of course there's a 109F on my tail right now, so I'm just going to gently pitch down, and the one thing the Typhoon is very good at is acceleration at low speeds, so the goal here is to make him accelerate to the point that he compresses while avoiding compression ourselves. Throw off his aim while we extend with some elevator movement. Take possibly a 7.92mm for our trouble. Gotta seriously consider reversing him now at this speed before we start to compress. Just a simple little left and right and he breaks his flaps, so I move in for a kill and whiff it. But fortunately this Spitfire comes in. He's going to be zooming straight up for that 109 in an attempt to get him off my tail. He can have his fun. I'm just going to get out of dodge. Nobody is to know just yet, but this guy, Indoor Taxi, not only saves my life, but I'm pretty sure allows us to win this game. He dives with everybody, pulling everyone to the deck, and I just swoop right in, and I'm planning on taking advantage of that right about now. Poor Tiffy is compressing fully at these speeds, so let's just gently bank over and pick our first target, the unsuspecting highest player here. That's kill number 2. Now we do everything in our power here to extend and convert that energy into altitude. Of course, my next target is there, but I'm not going to jump on him quite yet, because there are others in the vicinity. Best not to get target fixated. I'm going to pull off at the last second there and look out. Look over the shoulder. See what else is out there. Just going to get some altitude, convert this speed that I have into altitude again. Wing over. There's a 109 there that looks particularly aggressive, close to my altitude, so I'm going to wing over and inspect what he's going to do. Fuck off down there, he's probably injured. Not a concern, not a threat. We'll just deal with the highest enemies first. That is the way. Basically go into the clouds to try and throw them off a little bit. I can't see them, maybe they can't see me. Spotting system, haven't figured it out. It's whatever. See, I still can't see that guy, but I can hear him. He's down there. There he goes, he's starting to shoot me. I just loop right over. Doing about 250 Ks an hour. Starts to stall out there. Really got to be careful with those flaps. Just pitch up to avoid the guns of that G2 trop. Lots of energy, put it into a loop. Up and over we go. Just a little bit more altitude before I wing over. Landing flaps to hasten it up a little bit, because he is starting to stall out. And he's helpless. A couple little taps of the Hispanos. And now I can move down upon that Focke-Wulf, and sure enough he is injured. A couple of taps just to see what happens. Cheeky little fire right there. Look away. Cool guys don't look at explosions after all. Just maintain the cool and don't chase him, just keep altitude, see what happens. He's still burning. There he goes. That's 5. An ace in the space of maybe 4 minutes. Plenty of ammo left too, so that's nice. Since this recent patch, the Hispano Mark Vs seem much more usable. I'm not sure if that's to do with the sound, but they sure feel more effective in combat. Over the past few days I've gotten more results out of them than the past few years, so that's got to count for something, I'm sure. Of course, it could just be purely psychological. I know, even if they do the same amount of damage, the fact that they are a different sound effect may perhaps have me thinking that I need to be more conservative with trigger pulls. This could of course be complete non-content and there's never going to be a change to Hispano effectiveness, but at least it begs the question, just how much of our personal perception of gun effectiveness is affected by the audio of that weapon? The feedback we receive from the trigger pulls. One example comes to mind: Wolfenstein Enemy Territory. The Thompson and the MP40, despite having identical damage values, because their sound design was different, people were actually performing differently with them. They had to nerf the sound design of the Thompson in the beta because it turned out that people were using the Thompson and favoring it over the MP40 for no reason other than sound design. One thing is for certain, more tests need to be done on these Hispanos, so I'm gonna keep playing the game. Back to the grind. Well, there you have it, my first little foray into commentary over gameplay. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully, maybe you learned something, you pick up a few little tips and tricks here and there on how to fly the Typhoon, for example. Share it with other people in the War Thunder community who could be looking for pointers or guides as to how to manage their plane in combat. I've only got about 1,000 hours in this game, so I'm always looking for tips and tricks myself as to how to handle my plane in combat. And if this helps somebody, that's the best outcome I could hope for this video. Anyway, like this video if you like things you like, and I'll see you next time. I mean, maybe it's just my aim that's gotten better. I just find it a little hard to believe that they were always this good.